evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Ugly Dog Lures. Tonight we're going to be doing a pattern that is all mine. There's no pattern like this in any other place that I've seen, and it's called a Bloodgill. But first of all, I have to thank a supporter living in New Mexico real estate. She sent me a deal for my paints. She said, "Mr. Charlie, you need to throw that other one away." So I guess that's what I'm going to do, folks, is throw that other one away. Not. I'm going to throw it back here in this basket. And we're going to be doing something a little different tonight, folks. This is a Bloodgill pattern. This is a crankbait. It's a deep diving crankbait, but this is one that we attach the bill. So we'll go through how we do all that with you, and let's get started. You want to? So first of all, the three colors of paint we're going to be using is one of them called 10. It's an extreme sheen paint. This is a very nice color. I know my paints are dirty and you probably can't see them. Gloss black. You know, gloss black is my life. And metallic ruby. It's also an extreme sheen paint. So what do y'all say we get this party started? Well, I've already primed this lure, folks. I put 5 coats of metallic white on it. And let's mix up our 10 here. If I quit throwing stuff everywhere, I act like I've been drinking this evening. The nice thing, folks, is I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm very happy about that. I don't work any Friday the whole month of August. That's a very nice thing. I get to spend time with my better half and my ugly dog. Sometimes we enjoy our time together and sometimes we're not. So, you know how that married thing goes. Well, that looks pretty decent. I say we go on and get it put on there. What do you folks say? So yeah, this is kind of a different bait, folks. I have this bait, this particular pattern, in every bait that I paint. I sell a lot of this pattern. They're a good pattern to have. So what do y'all say we just show y'all how I do this? So we're going to start with this metallic tin, and we're going to start darkening the sides a little bit. I don't want to get down on the belly. The belly is going to be left white on this bait. And this will take several coats to do. But it's a really cool bait when it's done, folks. So let's heat set that right quick. Very nicely. A lot of guys like that silver. But folks, I've come to find out this metallic tin and that extreme sheen is a very, very nice color for a bait. I actually have one of each of these in one of my tackle boxes in each pattern or each lure. So I really like this bait. It works well. It's highly visible in the water. So it's pretty cool. What was that? I think there's a coon trying to get in. So let's pop another coat on him or two. I'll probably just coat him with this until I run out of paint to get that really, really nice color on him, folks. I wasn't kidding you when I told you I really like this color on these baits. So we got that dude all silvered up there nice, folks. See how pretty that tin paint is and that extreme sheen? And it's not that expensive to buy that paint, folks. It's like $2.99 for that little jug. I mean, that's not very much. That's 1 cup of coffee. So, in today's world. And if you go to Starbucks, that's like 6 cups. 6 little deals of paint and 1 cup of coffee. So there's that done, folks. The next step in this process is black, gloss black, and we don't need much of it, just a tiny bit. So let's shake that dude up good. Make sure our cup is nice and clean so we don't get nothing blown in through our gun. Give us a little bit of black, you know, filling that thing everywhere tonight. It's been a long week, folks. I promise you it has. Let's get that stirred up. Now on this black just goes right around the eyes, and that's the only place it goes. So we're going to cut that pressure back on that gun to about 7 pounds. That ain't much pressure, folks. But I just barely want to blow that paint out of this gun. I think that's going to be pretty good right there. This is a very fast bait to paint. Usually when I paint this bait, I'll paint 10 or 12 at a time. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right in the middle of that eye and just barely blow around that eye. See there, folks? Just barely blow out around that eye. There's both of them. So we're done with the black. We're going to heat set it real good, clean our brush, and we're going to move on to the next color. I'm getting my butt chewed because I'm not looking at the camera all the time, but it's hard to look at the camera and paint at the same time. You know. I know I'm talented, but I'm not that talented. Looked like that bait went out and got in a fist fight. Got both eyes blacked, but that's okay. So the next step in this process, folks, that we're going to be taking is I'm going to dirty my new tray up. I hope that lady that bought it for me don't see me doing it and not cleaning it good, because she'll get all over me. And I'm looking for something here, folks, and I can't find it. There's our bill. We'll be gluing that in shortly. And me and the wife was in here playing around on Sunday.
We lost them.
And we painted some micro baits. Mini baits, micro baits. You can call them whatever you want to. Check that little dude out, folks. That one bad little dude right there. You little light tackle guys will love that bait. Well, forget that. I'm going to just get me a piece of wire. That's my life anyway, is wire. The next color we're going to do is the Extreme Sheen Ruby Red. So we're going to paint this on with a wire. This is my Bloodgill series. This is an Ugly Dog Lure. I don't know of anybody else that paints this. So what we do is we take that wire and we just put a dot and just draw lines away from it, just like that right there. Make it look like that gill is bleeding. That's all we're doing. You see that right there? That's all in the world we're doing. So let's jump over here and do the other side. Sometimes I make 3 lines, sometimes I only do 2, but on this one I'm going to do the three lines. So it looks like that blood is actually flowing out and back down the fish. Just like that right there. This is my Bloodgill series, folks. You will never get both sides exactly the same. They'll never be exactly the same. That's just how it is. I mean, You'd have to be a well of a fish and swim just perfectly to ever get those the same, and that won't happen because they move from side to side. So now that I got it on camera, folks, y'all see that? It comes.
You missed a spot.
You missed a spot. I can tell you what you can do. So let's dry this up, folks, and we'll put some eyes on him, epoxy him, and go ahead and we'll attach our bill, and we'll go from there. Very nice. So I'll let the boss lady pick the eyes tonight, and she picked gold eyes to put on here, folks. So there they are. And you know, most usually I do what she asks me. Most usually. Key word there, most usually. So, oh, I'm sorry, but I have to have drinks tonight. So, let's just flip right on down here and get these gold eyes off. Lord have mercy. Them are some pretty dang nice eyes there, folks. They better be for what they cost. I'm just going to lay that eye up in there. Just like that right there. What do y'all think about that little jewel? I think it's a pretty nice little eye myself. There's our gold eyes on there. What do y'all think, folks? There's our gold eyes on there, folks. What do you think? I mean, we could have went with red, we could have went with silver, we could have went with black, but we chose gold for this particular bait. Which is fine with me. I don't care. Well, now that we got that done, folks, this bait gets zero glitter. No glitter on this bait. What we're going to do is we're going to set this bait over here to the side and let it dry good for about 15-20 minutes to be really, really dry when the bait is epoxied. So we're going to let it dry, then we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to epoxy it and hang it, and we'll show you what we got when we're done. Okay, folks, we're back. We got this bait completely dried up good now. We'll be using our DevCon, and it's going to be 1 cc of epoxy, 1 cc of hardener, 2 3/4 inch bait, deep diving. So let's get our 1 cc in here. There's one little old cc right there, folks. Let's just put that one right on top of that one. This is our hardener. One cc of hardener. Now, folks, I can't stress enough that mixing this stuff to the right proportions is the best thing in the world to do with it. I'm kind of particular about that. So it just makes it dry, and it makes it set, and it makes it easier to work. If you get too much of the epoxy and not enough of the hardener, you'll have a bait that's sticky and gooey, and you don't want that. So I just stress every time to anybody that comes over how much importance it is to mix this to the exact measurements. Well, there we got our epoxy mixed up, folks. And now let me show you how I attach the bill. Okay, when you're attaching this bill, make sure to attach this ring up where it goes. I had a guy trying to put it under backwards one time, so I'm just telling you how that works. But what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to paint a little epoxy on here. Then I'm going to reach down in this mouth And I'm going to put some more epoxy down in there. And I'm going to just take that bill. If I can get it in the right spot. And push that bill in. Just like that right there. Nice bait, folks. Nice bait. Well, now that we got that done, let's go ahead and put our epoxy on this dude and see what we got. So folks, all my big saltwater baits that I do all come with bills that detach. So it's not my first rodeo of doing this. Remember folks, to always get nice even strokes around them eyes. When that epoxy sets, you're not going to get that eye out of there very easily at all. So, run right up beside the bottom of that bill. Let it bond there too. Now that we got that top done, we're going to turn our attention to this old belly down here, this white belly, and start epoxying that belly. Make sure we get good around that eyelet where the hook goes. And I'll just keep going back over it, folks. Back over, back over, back over, back over. Okay. There you go. Ugly Dog Lures Bloodgill pattern. And then we'll reach over here and get us some grip hooks. Not always, folks, I always clean these holes out before I add my grip hook to them. These thinner ones. I'll reach in there if I can see it. And hook that dude up. Now while we got it held, we can go in here and clean this other eye hole out. Actually, I can hold it by the bill and do that lots easier. Just like that. And then we'll hang that bait up and let him dry overnight and show you what we got in the morning when he's all set up and dry.